Hey, it's Sasha, and I want to thank you so much for joining me on my YouTube channel once again. Now, I want to remind you that next week we're closing down our Options Mastery Calendar course for the promotion. So if you want to get it after next week, you can still get it. It'll just be a little bit more higher priced. Now, the course is filled with a lot of knowledge, a lot of education, and material for trading calendar spreads. And if you don't know what calendar spreads, it's basically trading options non-directionally. Normally with a stock, you make money if it goes up, you lose money if it goes down. With options, as long as you're kind of in that range and things stay in the same area, you'll be just fine. Now, if you haven't watched some of the other videos that I've released regarding calendars, be sure to go back and take a look at those. But I want to remind you that, hey, this deal and promotion is going to end soon. We don't do a lot of deals and promotions because it takes a lot of time for me. Instead, I personally just enjoy creating the video content itself much more so than trying to sell you, hype you up, and then raise the rates and then lower the rates later and then try and pass around coupon codes and set those up. Instead, I'd rather focus on making the material or trading and investing, because otherwise, you know, the other part of my life is spending time with my family. So why bother with all these fancy sales tactics and try and push you fancy, crazy deals that, hey, it's going to expire in so long. That's not my game. That's not my goal. We run promotions usually for 3 to 4 weeks. And if you're even just remotely paying attention to some of the things that we release, then you'll know that there's a promotion there. And I'm not trying to get you to buy quick. I want you to make the right decision. But I know that, hey, some people have to go to work, so they can't really check a sales video, a sales page, or watch clips. It takes them a little while. If your kids are sick, it takes a little bit of time to get to that. Maybe you have to take a week to deal with your kids before you can actually watch the videos and the material that I'm producing to learn about what this course is all about. But I want to show you something real quick before you go. Very simple to show you, hey, the profit potential and how quickly you can make your money back on this course. So if you take a look here, here's, by the way, the course page, the Options Mastery Calendar course. It's the 4th course in our series. But I want to show you here this calendar. I've set up a Netflix calendar. Right now it's January 15th, so I'm pre-recording this. And you can see that when we were setting up this Netflix calendar trade, I went ahead and set this up basically using about $1,000 in capital. Okay, so if I use $1,000 in capital, my theta decay, which is the amount of money I'm making day in and day out from this decay, is $24. Now, of course, you could go ahead and set this calendar up, let's say, a little bullish or a little bearish, right? If you think the stock's going to go down, you could set it up slightly directionally if that's what you want. But let's just say, hey, we go ahead and set it up somewhat neutral over here. I'll set it up at the 360. I'm using about $1,000 in capital, and I want to just show you that in just a handful of days of this theta decay, you can pretty much pay for this course itself if you know and understand what you're kind of doing. So here, if you take a look, here's our time, or today's date, the white line. And now I'm going to go ahead and start moving that time forward. So you can see 1 day, 2 days, 3 days forward, you're already up $100. Now that's if price doesn't move, but let's say it moves a little bit higher or lower. Well, you're still not in that bad of a situation. If it moves lower, you might be $25. If it moves higher, you might be at $60, $70. But you know, you're a couple days into it, and then a few more days into it, let's just say about a week, you're up almost the full value of kind of the discount and promotion of the course. You're kind of there around $200. Now, our course is more than $200, especially if you're brand new. So we have a tiered structure where if you have a previous course in the option series, you get the best deal and best discount. So let's say we go a couple more days, and now you're kind of right around that course price. So, you know, you basically have to go in, let's just start again and go to about $350, $400. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, about 11, 12 days into the trade, maybe 13, 14 days into the trade. So in about 2 weeks, using $1,000 in cash, let's say the price moved a little to the right, well, you're still at about $340. If the price kind of stayed a little stable, you're at $482. If the price moved down, you're at about $250. So almost about half the value or price of this course. So you can see that just with $1,000 in capital, you can really make this back fairly quickly. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be that easy or you're going to have successful trades right off the gate. Sometimes it takes a little bit of paper money practice to really understand what you're doing. So don't think, hey, I'm just going to buy this course and my first trade I'm going to make it back. That's not what I'm promising you. But I am saying that with time, as you learn the techniques, you can see that how quickly this could pay for itself. So that's what I want to show you, is that look at the bigger picture. Once you learn and understand how to do something, you can do it for life. And that's what I want to share with you. So in either case, if you're interested in the course, we have about another week to go. So there's going to be a handful of days remaining. So don't wait too long. This is just a reminder. That's really all it is. Take a look at our course overview page. Go ahead and go to the Rise to Learn website with the number 2. You can go to the courses, just click that button and then scroll down to the options section, or you can filter it by the options trading, and then it'll be here in the calendars course. By then we should have some sample clips as well here with a video. And you can also scroll down if you're more into reading. Look at what every video contains, and you can see these videos are not quick. This is in-depth study. It's not, hey, here's a 50-minute video DVD and give me $250. That's not the way that we do things. That's not my intention. My intention is to give you as much information as I can from my knowledge base. So you can see the runtime, 48 minutes just on the business of trading calendars, 57 minutes just on building a portfolio with calendars. This is time we spend together. It's like someone sitting right next to you, explaining to you things step by step. The Greeks, how do the Greeks work? Here's 31-minute video on that. Setting up a neutral calendar, 40 minutes on that. And just scroll through these. Each video is about 30 minutes. Some are 40 minutes, some are 60 minutes. Look at this, 61 minutes, big picture, to adjusting calendars. Then 64 minutes to creative adjustments. And then later we get into trade examples. Some successful trades and many failing trades. So you can see what to do when things go wrong. Because putting on a successful trade like this and just taking money off the table is pretty easy. But very few people know what to do when they get in trouble. So my goal is to show you a bunch of different variations on what you can do, excuse me, when you get in trouble. That's really the whole point behind the course, is knowing what to do when you get in trouble. So take a look at these pages. There's just a handful of days remaining, so don't wait too long. You're welcome to reach out, ask us questions, email us if there's some concern about the course. If you're wondering what it contains, then feel free to reach out. We have a live chat on the lower right, and you can go ahead and send a message over there, or send us one at the top under support and contact us over there. So whatever works for you, reach out if you have questions, so that way you know that it's right for you. And of course, there's a guarantee. If you're not really satisfied with the course, of the detail, the knowledge, and the depth that I go into, then feel free to reach out, let us know, and we'll be happy to refund your money. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you in the course, in the video series there. We'll probably even do a webinar with it once we get everybody kind of situated with the course and give them a month or two to watch it. But if you're serious about it, take a look at it. We'll have the link in the description, or just go to the Rise to Learn website, and be sure to also sign up to our newsletter list, clicking the button over here, so that way you can get notified when these other big projects are released, books, courses, materials, and any discounts and promotions that we may be having. Thanks again for joining me. In the end, remember, do what you love, contribute to other people, but most importantly, live life abundantly. I'll see you next time.